What if the Earth were flat? Let's say, just for fun, that the Earth isn't a spinning ball of rock. Instead, it's flat, like a pizza or a dinner plate. What would that actually mean for physics, gravity, the oceans, and your GPS? Okay, first off, why do people think the Earth might be flat? The modern flat Earth theory suggests our planet is a flat disk with the North Pole in the center and Antarctica forming a giant icy wall around the edges, holding the oceans in place like a cosmic soup bowl. So, what if this were true? Let's start with gravity. On a round Earth, gravity pulls everything toward the center of mass. That's why you don't fall off no matter where you stand. But on a flat Earth, gravity would have to pull straight down toward the flat surface. That creates a big problem. The farther you get from the center, the North Pole, the more sideways the gravitational pull would feel. If you stood near the edge, gravity would yank you diagonally toward the center, kind of like trying to walk up a slippery hill while being dragged sideways. This would completely distort everything. Trees would grow at weird angles, water would drift toward the center, and buildings wouldn't stay upright. What about the sun? Flat earthers claim the sun is a small ball hovering over the disk, moving in circles like a spotlight. But if that were true, the sun would never fully disappear. It would just look smaller and smaller as it moves away, like a flashlight in the distance. But that's not what we see. On a round Earth, the sun disappears below the horizon. On a flat Earth, it would just fade into the distance. No sunsets, no sunrises, just weird fading light. Also, no time zones. Night and day would be chaos. Some places would be in constant daylight, others in permanent twilight. Say goodbye to sleeping properly. Not that you'd be able to sleep on a world that's falling apart. Let's talk oceans. Gravity on a round Earth keeps water evenly distributed. That's why the oceans don't just slosh to one side. On a flat Earth, the oceans would bulge toward the center. Coastal cities would flood. Inland lakes might dry up. And if there really was an Antarctic ice wall holding everything in, well, good luck explaining how that's never been breached. Next problem, satellites. GPS wouldn't work. On a globe, satellites orbit the planet in predictable paths. On a flat Earth, you can't have stable satellite orbits. Space agencies like NASA, and even private companies, would have to fake everything, from live weather maps to internet signals. And that would involve tens of thousands of scientists, all keeping the same secret for decades. And don't even get started on space travel. If Earth were flat, space launches would look completely different. There'd be no need to achieve orbital velocity, and rockets wouldn't curve during launch. They'd shoot straight up, and then what? Bounce off a ceiling? The moon and stars? Flat Earth models struggle to explain them. Why do the stars rotate in opposite directions in the northern and southern hemispheres? Why does the moon have phases? Why does it cast a round shadow during an eclipse? Also, airplanes. Flight paths make sense on a globe. Pilots use great circle routes, the shortest paths over the Earth's curve. On a flat Earth, those paths would be wildly inefficient, yet airline companies still use the same routes every day. Either they're part of a vast conspiracy, or the Earth is round. So could a flat Earth even function? Not really. You'd have to rewrite the laws of physics, invent a brand new gravity system, somehow explain sunsets, tides, eclipses, seasons, and space itself, all without breaking the universe. And speaking of seasons, on a flat Earth, there wouldn't be any. The angle of Earth's axis is what causes summer and winter. Without that tilt, everyone would get the same climate. All year long, no snow, no autumn leaves, no beach days. Just endless meh. Final verdict? If Earth were flat, life as we know it wouldn't exist. There'd be no consistent gravity, no seasons, no GPS, no satellites, no space exploration, and probably no humans. The round Earth model works because it explains everything. Day and night, gravity, space, seasons, tides, eclipses, without requiring an army of liars. So next time someone says, "What if the Earth were flat?" just smile and say, "Then we'd all be dizzy, flooded, confused, and probably dead."